What's going on, everybody? Want to welcome all of my LKFC women that are coming on. We are now on our Love Kingdom Fellowship page as well, giving everybody an opportunity to be a part of Let's Talk with Cynthia. I have some great stuff to share on tonight. As you're getting on, just say hello. I just want to hear from you. Want to kind of put you up on the screen as you're getting in. I want to talk to you on tonight. Hey, Chantel. Hey, what's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. As you're getting on, I want to say hello to everyone. I have some exciting news for all of you. What's going on, Michelle? Good evening, good evening. Hey, Ev, good evening. Good evening. Good evening to all of my ladies on tonight. We have been on this series about self-discovery, and we have talked about how many of you really enjoyed last week when we had Shonda McCants on and how she just shared her story and really dealt with some of the things as a child that she had to endure and go through. And now that she's a therapist helping others, how important it is for us to deal with our trauma. And we talked about last week about that little girl getting to go back to that place when you were young and looking at some of the clues that will really help you discover some of the things that you're aiming for in your life today. Well, on tonight, I just want to talk about what makes you smile. This may be a simple question, but it's hard to answer for some of us as ladies because we have spent a lot of our time and a lot of our efforts in trying to please everybody else. But on tonight, I want to know whether you can even just share with me what really makes you smile. What is it that allows you to get up and do the things that you desire to do? What are some of those things? And so as we just go over this tonight, I really want to talk about this because I believe that there have been so many times where we have allowed the people around us to cause us to not do what we really wanted to do. Are you really doing what makes you smile, or are you doing what makes someone else happy? If we're going to get to this place of self-discovery and really identifying who we are, this is a spot that we have to talk about. We have to go back to what really makes you smile. And there are some clues even in this. If you're the type of person that if somebody says to you, what would you like to eat? And your response is whatever you want. That's not a good response because that response comes from a pattern of you just surrendering everything to someone else. What do you really like? What makes you smile? What makes you happy? What makes you enjoy each and every day? What makes you happy on a daily basis that you know? Because see, when you're really happy and when things in your life really make you smile, you're not wasting any time. You know why? Because you really are enjoying life. So what makes you smile? What makes you smile? Are you doing the things that really make you happy? Or are you still doing the things that make other people happy? And this is a conversation that I wanted to talk about because I believe that most of us, we have been locked in a place of being everything for everybody to a point where we don't even know what we want anymore. We don't even know what we really like anymore. We don't even know, even some of us just don't even know. That's why we can't even answer the question because we struggle with this. I really meeting the needs of others, looking at the joy on the faces of others who appreciated my babies, my friends, and my family. This is what makes Chantel smile. It makes her smile when she's meeting the needs of someone else. I still need you to understand, a lot of us ladies, we are good at meeting the needs of others. But what makes you smile outside of that? Because we always know it's going to be helping other people. What makes you smile? If you can subtract your child, we know God makes you smile, but what makes Chantel smile? What makes Shelly smile? What makes Sonia smile? What makes you smile? I want to hear what makes you smile. What is it that there's in your life that you just love to get up and to do on a daily basis that just makes you smile? And now here's another thing too. I got to talk about this when I talk about what makes you smile. Because have you ever been so excited about something and you're in a room with someone else and they allow what you are excited about to make you not be so excited anymore because they come in the middle of it or they ruin exactly what you were aiming for? Have any of you ever experienced that? Because there are times when we are aiming for things, and after a while, when you're so used to the opinion of other people, whether you're married, whether it's your spouse, or you have you're in a relationship, or just family members, when you're around certain people, sometimes you get so used to every time you say what you really want, you really express it, and they kind of just don't allow or don't accept some of the things you say, so you get tired of saying it. So you no longer say it and you just do whatever they want to do. I don't care, whatever you want to do. That's wrong. And in this place of self-discovery, I myself had to look at me and say, have I done that? And I have. I have lost the things that I really like, that really made me smile, because I was just so used to, they may not want to be around the certain things that I want to be around, or they may want to do something different, or it may be a case of they may not like what I like. And so instead of me causing any issues or any problems, here's what I do. I just say, whatever you want. What do you want? What do you like? And have you ever been in a place where you said that and then they tell you what they wanted and you know that's not what you wanted, but you end up doing it because you never really said what you wanted? What makes you smile? Ladies, outside of your children, what makes you smile? What makes you happy? I want to hear that. I want to hear from you. What makes you smile? This may sound like a simple question, but let me tell you something. This is a hard question, because for me, I had to go back and say, what makes Cynthia smile? Let's remove my kids. Let's remove my spouse. What makes Cynthia, what does Cynthia enjoy doing? That's a part of self-discovery. And we all have to get to this place that we go back and we look at this. Because many of us have really stopped living the life that we could live because we are so used to being everything to everybody else. All right, Jackie said, seeing others happy, that makes her smile. Seeing other people happy makes her smile. Most of us, we always, in most cases, want to really see everybody else be happy. But is it possible that in doing that all the time that we become so deficient because we're not really happy within ourselves? And you just start doing something. How many of you have done so many things that you didn't even want to do, that you didn't even like, But outside of all of these things, I'm trying to get to you. If we're going to go on this journey of self-discovery, we got to remove all of the fillers. And the reason why I call them fillers, because these are automatic things that we should know. We definitely should know this. But here's the key. Let's remove the kids. We know you like helping others. But what makes you smile? I need somebody to answer that question for me. What puts a smile on your face outside of that? If it was just you by yourself, what would make you smile? What would make you smile? Being able to step away from being a wife, a mother, etc., having me time to replenish, sharing, that is powerful. Absolutely. See, now that makes her smile. Guess what she just did? She removed everything away, right? So she can spend that time with herself. That's powerful. Powerful. Making sure that everything in my house is taken care of, bills are paid, and house is clean. That's good, Deborah. Yeah, that makes me smile too. When everything in that house is taken care of, those bills are paid. Very good. Very good. Sonia said, cleaning makes me smile and it relaxes me. Cleaning makes me smile and it relaxes me. That's good. This is Tina. I finally love spending time with myself. Before, I didn't want to sit and think, reflect, or anything. I love to just sit in silence. Powerful. Excellent, Tina. Excellent. Oh, hello. How you doing, Dion? Excellent. Tanya said, enjoying the peace, joy, and happiness within me. That's self-discovery. That's that place where you want to spend time with you. These are really some great comments. And this is why I wanted to talk, because I want us to start thinking about this. I want all of us. Now, listen, you can allow other things to get in the way, other things to block you. What are some things that gets in the way of making you smile? Sometimes we allow our jobs. Sometimes we allow some of the things we're enduring, with whether some of the stuff we're going through with our children. Sometimes we allow things that's happening in church. We can allow anything to come in and get in the way of putting a smile and keeping a smile on our face. If we're going to learn how to walk in this place, we're going to have to discover what makes you smile. And Mal says something powerful. She said bike riding. Bike riding makes her happy. That makes her smile. Not only is it exercise, but it gives her time to just be with herself. And those are the things that I really want all of us to start looking at and to start giving our attention to, so that we can get in a better place of self-discovery. Because at the end of the day, if you spend so much time and so much energy on everybody else, on everything else, you are going to always be deficient in what you need to discover that's inside of you that keeps you smiling. Chantel says, me time, buying flowers, planting in my garden, a long time by myself, a long time. Let me talk about that. That's another challenge for most of us. Most of us, we have a challenge when it comes to being alone or being by ourselves. We have a challenge because we always so used to being around people. Learn to be comfortable with being with just you. Learn to get in a comfortable place where you can spend some time with you. Start at very small stage. Go into a room and just spend a few minutes there. Do certain things that will allow you to be introduced to yourself. I'm excited about where we're going with this self-discovery. There's so many announcements I'm going to share with y'all at the end. But many of us have to do this. Hear me clearly when I make this statement. Many of us have to stop living the life, right? Listen, that others want us to live, and start living the life that God intended for us to live. Many of us have to stop living the life that others want us to live and start living the life that God intended for us to live. Because here's what happens. If you do not spend time with yourself, and if you do not discover things within you, somebody else is going to name what you should do and where you should be in your life. So when you lack knowing yourself, somebody else is going to tell you who you should be. This is why we have to be very careful of who we have around us, because people will distort and say things to you that are not true about you. But if you don't spend time with yourself, you're going to believe everything that they're saying. You have to not only love you, you have to spend time with you. You have to get to know that beautiful person that is inside of you that God created. And we have to stop listening to the enemy. Here's what the enemy does. The Bible talks about how the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Do you not know he's doing that to allow us not to self-discover? He's using those same tools because he don't want you to know how much God loves you. He doesn't want you to know how much God values you. He definitely don't want you to know how great you are. So what he does is he said, the more I can get her to stay away from her, the more I can keep her distracted from what's inside of her. The more I can get her to stay away from her, the more I can get her not to know how much God loves her, how valuable she is, how much power she has, and how much authority she has. And so that's what the enemy, he want to kill that from you. He want to steal that from you. He want to destroy you and never getting to discover your authentic self. And if he can do that, he loves playing that with us. That's why he challenges us to spend time with ourselves, because you know why he don't want you to. He wants you, the enemy, Lucifer, Satan, always is out to make you put your mind externally and never look inside of you. Because he know what happens. See, the more you discover about you, the more powerful you become, the greater you become. You'll start to open up doors and start to discover things. And see, nobody will allow you to move or lose your stance, because you'll be able to stand in the midst of everything that you're going through. We have to get to this place of self-discovery. We have to get to this place of stop allowing other people to cause us not to smile. What makes you smile? Girl, it's time for you to smile again. Go back, start writing these things down. I know about the kids. I know God makes you smile. I know about ministry, but there's some things that you need to think about that makes you smile. Going out, planting flowers, that makes you smile. That's what you need to do. Michelle says something. Michelle says, waking up at 4:00 a.m. every morning to wish my friends hello and good morning before they head out for that day. That makes her smile. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? It is always beautiful when you are open to encourage other people, build other people, strengthen other people. But you have to get to a place that you are excited about you. You have to get to a place that, listen, I'm telling you, I did this. I am only telling you this because it took me a long time. Y'all say a long time. It took me a long time to realize what really made me smile. What made me smile? I was so depleted in so many other areas of my life, and I spent so much time in making everybody else smile that my smile was not even there anymore. Because I really did not realize that I was so deficient and I was so depleted in so many things. And then when I went on this journey of self-discovery, the light switch kept going up. What makes me smile is when I'm creating. What makes me smile is when I'm painting. What makes me smile is when I'm in the room sitting down, just me and God, and listening to worship music. What makes me smile? See, all those other things that we do daily, I got you. I got you. But we have been so deficient. We have been so removed by the things that we need within ourselves. And ladies, it is time for you to smile again. It is time for you to do the things that God has placed inside of you. Remember, we talked about that little girl, bringing that little girl back to life. The things that come natural, the things that come easy, to know, with no effort, those things that you enjoy doing. I'm telling you, this is why I wanted to share this tonight. I need y'all to think about it. What makes you smile? I didn't say anybody else smile. I said what makes you smile. And those are the things I started working on. And every day I'm smiling a little bit more each and every day. I'm grateful for the power of God, the presence of God, the Holy Spirit, our guide to all truth. Yes, I'm grateful for the people that God has around me that I can pour into and be there to help and to assist. Yes, I'm grateful, but I'm also grateful that I'm learning to smile within myself. I'm learning to do something that Cynthia likes. Ladies, when is the last time you really did something you like? that you really did something you like. Evelyn said something that she really enjoys doing. She enjoys serving others. She lives for that, and she enjoys cooking. She says she enjoys that. She enjoys cooking. And one thing I can tell you about Evelyn is that cooking has just been a part of her life. I believe the reason why it makes her smile is because it allows her to not only use her creativity in the kitchen, because she loves to create through that vehicle, but it makes her smile when she sees the others smile after they eat her food. And girl, let me tell y'all something, she can cook too. She can cook. But it's just important for all of us to just look at things in such a different way. I am a helper of others, but seeing them happy after listening and guide them spiritually to ease their pain. God's purpose for me is the greatest reward. And I believe that is true. All of us understand that. But for me, it has been what makes Cynthia smile. Can Cynthia smile again? Can Cynthia get shifted so she can learn more about herself and find out all the other things that's inside of her that she loves to do that she never unwrapped because she was so busy rearing kids and so busy working on her job and so busy working in ministry and so busy helping other people. But she wasn't really doing everything that she needed to do for herself. Ladies, tonight is your night to smile a little bit more than you have smiled in the past. And this is what I wanted to share with you on tonight, because I do believe that all of us, if we're honest, all of us that's on here tonight, and those that will go back and watch the rebroadcast, some of us, we haven't been smiling at the level we should. We allowed other people to take our smiles away. But in this area of self-discovery, you got to get that smile back. You got to get that smile back. You got to get your joy back. You got to get the things that you want to do. Ladies, let's do this. Let's do this. And stop allowing other people to block your smile. Just because they come into that room and they kind of ruin the mood, don't let them win in that. That's the enemy. Don't let them win in that. That's the enemy. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. So ladies, now that we can get our smiles back, right? Because some of y'all been smiling, but I need y'all to smile a little bit more. So I want to really take this time to answer some questions. I want to really take this time and answer some questions because some of you are going through some stuff. And I know it hasn't been easy. So right now, I'm just going to put questions. So if any of you have any questions, I want you to put your questions right now in the comment section because I want to answer your questions. And I need all of you ladies just to be transparent, just to be honest. If I can answer the question, I'll answer it. If I can, I'll tell you, listen, let me go and just get this answer for you. But I want to answer some of your questions when it comes to this place of self-discovery. And why do you think it's so hard for us to go through this process? I also want to hear your questions when it comes to why do you think it's so hard for us to shift after doing certain things a certain way for so long? Because some of us, we've been doing it for so long, we got it on repeat. That's why it's hard for us to even think about what makes us smile. Half of us don't even know. If we're going to keep it real, some of us don't even know anymore because we've been everything to everybody else. But you got to find that again. So I want to answer any questions that you may have. So if you have any questions, please put some questions in the comment section because I do want to take this time to answer some of your questions because my aim tonight is to really get your smile back. Is to really get you to smile again. Y'all, I'm smiling. When I share with y'all all the things that I'm doing, I'm getting my smile back. I'm doing things that Cynthia enjoyed. Chantel, I want you to do things that you enjoy. Tina, I want you to do things you enjoy. Tanya, all of us that's on this call, Sonia, I want us to do the things that we enjoy that keeps a smile on our face. So I really, really want you to here's the question. How do you handle feeling guilty or being made to feel guilty for doing what makes you happy? That is a great question. Now, here's the issue with that. Most of us, we feel guilty because we're concerned about how someone else feels. And here's the issue with that. You should never feel guilty about doing what makes you happy. The issue becomes, I feel guilty, is because of the responses that we receive from the person that is in that room or in that environment. So how do you handle feeling guilty? Stop feeling guilty. Don't you feel guilty about being happy or being in a place where you deserve to smile. Don't feel guilty about that. You have no reason to be guilty or feel guilty about wanting to be happy and wanting to enjoy life. That was a great question. That was a great question. That was a great question. I am smiling now just listening to you asking what makes us smile. The question is jogging my memory. Awesome. And that's what I'm on here to do, is to help us to start thinking about it. Because we get lost in all of this stuff. We get lost in what's going on in our world today. Sometimes, this is Chantel, sometimes I feel selfish when I do things myself and I'm learning. No, here's another thing. There's going to be some times, and I need y'all, being by yourself, that's not being selfish. I think we have messed up how we use the terminology selfish, because it is not selfish to self-discover. That's not selfish, because you have to sometimes be isolated so that you can get what's necessary for your growth and for your development. That's not being selfish. There's sometimes where you need to be alone, because sometimes in your time alone, it matures you so that you can be better for people around you. The issue has been, we've been inviting everybody in, and that's why things are not being handled at the level they could have been if you would have spent some time. I tell everybody this. You need to spend some you time so that you can be good for other people. Sometimes you need to steal away. Devotions, get up in the morning, seek God, get away from everybody before you go to work. Make sure you're praying and fasting and seeking God's face. You got to ready yourself so that you can be able to be around people. Being alone and being by yourself is not selfish. It's allowing you to self-discover. So now when you look at it, hey, I'm going to the movies by myself, you ain't being selfish. Sometimes you need to get away. Sometimes you need to sit down and enjoy you and be okay with you. We're always used to being around everybody. No, it's cool. You can be by yourself. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Smiling is contagious. I love doing it, and I want to get back in doing it a whole lot more. Thanks for this message. Let me tell you something. There's nothing like smiling. There's nothing like putting a smile on your face. I'm telling you, when I say get your smile back, when I say it's time for us to smile again, that we really need to self-discover, we need to go back to what makes us smile. Some of us got to smile more often. Some of y'all got these frowns on your face. There's certain things that we got to go back. We got to smile, but then all day tomorrow, I need all y'all to be smiling. And just watch what people say and watch what people do when they see these smiles on your face. It is going to be explosive. Not only does it do something when people see you smile, it does something when you're doing things that make you smile. And when you start doing that, you start to see a great change. Ladies, do you interrupt your spouse while watching sports or ask a million questions during the game? If so, stop. That may be their happy place. Allow them that time as well, and hopefully he will do the same in return. All right, ladies, is anybody on here guilty of that? Is anybody on here guilty of that? Has anybody ever done that? I'm just asking. Has anybody ever done that? I don't know. But I promise you, if we're going to grow, if we're going to mature, if we're going to get in this place of self-discovery, all of us have to get our smile. We got to get back to a place of doing things that make us smile again. We have to get to a place of not allowing anyone to ruin the things that God placed inside of us. Remember, I told you, and I'm going to tell you this again. Everything you need is already inside of you. God has already provided it. It is complete. It is there. You just have to discover it. See, people talk about you need to change. No, I'm going to tell you, you need to discover. It's not that you need to change, you need to discover. Because when you discover, it changes everything. It's the discovery is your issue. It's not changing. It's just, you have not discovered. If you discover, you will make the adjustment. The reason why you haven't made the adjustment because you haven't discovered. Once you self-discover what's in you, you're going to automatically make a turn in how you operate and how you live your life. And that's what we need to do. We got to get back. We got to get back to that. And let me share this with you too, because I hear people say this all the time. You know what? We don't need to go in the past. We don't need to think about the past. Let me tell you one thing about the past that's important. Everything about your past wasn't negative. Some things about your past you do need to be reminded of because you forgot. And that was that little girl that was happy, that little girl that did things naturally, that little girl that was in her innocence, that God was showing you what he had inside of you. There's nothing wrong with you discovering that because it's going to help you, because what has happened, you allowed everybody else to put you in places that you don't even belong in. And you're allowing them to stroke your ego and make half of y'all staying there and you know you don't belong there. You don't even like it. You don't even like half of the stuff you're doing. You're doing it because now you've been sitting there so long, you're too embarrassed to walk away and say, I can't do it anymore because you're worried about the opinion of people. See, when you self-discovery, it shifts everything. And that's what we got to get to so we can smile. Come on, ladies. So we can smile. So we can smile. Everything about your past wasn't bad. Some of that stuff you do need to be reminded of. When you self-discover, you will find the truth that's inside of you. It's all there. I promise you. I promise you. You can't listen to this enemy. All right, so now here. That's it. Any other questions? I'll make sure I ain't miss anybody. I ain't miss anybody. All right, cool. So here we are. So now, I share with all of you that we are going to have a special guest that is coming on our Let's Talk with Cynthia. She was due to come on. We scheduled her for September the 24th, but she gave us a change in her schedule. So I'm going to put up the flyer because a couple of things I want to show y'all. So let me just put up her flyer real quick. All right, so everybody can see it. All right, so everybody see Dr. Jane Kayes. She will be on our Let's Talk with Cynthia on Thursday, October the 15th. I need you to save the date. The time is 7:30, not 7 p.m. It will be at 7:30. I make sure we update that. It will be at 7:30 on Facebook Live. Remember, I told you we're going to be teaching from the book, Discovering Who You Are. In this, she has written a lot of books. I'm telling you, I need to look her up to get some of her books. She got some powerful things on here. And I want all of you to be a part of this Let's Talk with Cynthia. Please share it. Share it with your friends. Let everybody know that she is going to be on October the 15th at 7:30. At 7:30, I'll make sure I'll update the flyer and put it on our page. And I want all of you to make sure you are a part of Let's Talk with Cynthia. She has some great things that she's going to share with us. It is going to be explosive. When I tell you that this woman is an educator, she is phenomenal. She has written several books, but Discovering Who You Are was the book that I read 9 years ago. Holy Spirit put it in my spirit for me to pick it up. And that's why I'm trying to help all of us to come out together. This pandemic, this place that we're in, it should have helped a lot of us discover something. Some of the things you were doing, you found out you didn't really got to be doing anymore. Some of the things that you needed to shift in, you made your turn in. So I want to invite all of you to make sure you save the date to be a part of that. And also for my LKFC ladies, I wanted to put this up on the screen, wanted to let y'all know. We're going to have a Sunday lunch meetup. It's going to start on December the 22nd. Just want y'all to save the date. I want all my LKFC, listen, and everybody that comes on and watch me, you are invited to be a part of it too. If you want to come on after Sunday service, just want to hook up and meet up with all of our LKFC ladies. So you're more than welcome to join us as well. So we're just going to talk after the service is over, kind of while we're eating our lunch, just chat and just see where everybody's at. But you're more than welcome to be a part of that. Also, I told y'all to save the date. Now listen, I need all of you to save the date. What's the date? Christmas Day. How can you forget the date? December the 25th, I am coming out with my production What is it called? The Garden, the story of Adam and Eve from a different perspective. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be on all social media platforms. I will give you the television channel as soon as we secure with channels that are going to be on. You don't want to miss it. We are still in need of sponsors. If you want to sponsor, all you need to do is go to my website. It is eoyproductions.com. eoyproductions.com. If you have not visited my production website, all of you that's on, y'all go and visit my website tonight. Just go take a look. You'll get to see some things that are on there. Go into the upcoming page. You will get to see the flyer. The flyer. I don't have the flyer for me to show you tonight, but it's on my page. You'll get to see a little teaser of what you're about to encounter on Christmas Day. Please spread the word. If you want to sponsor, when you go to my page, on the front page, you can donate. Also on the upcoming page, you can donate as well. We're looking for personal sponsors, business sponsors, so that we can do what God has purposed for us to do. And ladies, I am grateful for all of you. I am grateful for all of you that are on here tonight. I'm grateful for all of you that are really just coming together. You do not, I promise you, when I tell you that this production is going to be absolutely incredible, let me tell you why. It's from a different perspective. It is going to blow you out of the waters. I promise you, you want to come into agreement with what God is doing. You want to sow into this. And when I tell people what my first phase of sponsorship is, some of them get shocked. One person can take care of that. So my first phase is $5,000 for me to get all of the things that I need to get. This is free for all of you. This is not going to cost anybody to see this. It is going to be free, but there are expenses that I got to take care of. So the first phase is $5,000, and then the second phase is $5,000. So if anyone want to sow and say, hey, I'm going to support you, this is how you can do it. Again, go to my website, eoyproductions.com. I am excited about it. I want to thank all of you, my ladies, for getting on. I want to thank you for just being a part of what God is doing. Hopefully you learned something tonight in the simplicity of what I was sharing with you. At the end of the day, I just want you to smile. I just want you to smile. I want you to find out what makes you smile. I want you to get away from things that is not making you smile. I want you to speak up. I don't want you to just start saying things because you've been so used to saying it. I want you to shift in your conversation. If somebody asks you a question, what do you want to eat? Tell them what you want to eat. Don't say whatever you want to eat because you may not want what they want. Tell them what you want. So you can smile when you're sitting at that table. They tell you, okay, I want pizza. They go get pizza and you ain't want no pizza. You probably wanted a steak, girl, and you over there just eating a pizza, but that's not what you wanted. So make sure you speak up and do the things that you want to do. Thank everybody for joining me on tonight, and I'll see you. Remember, come over to Instagram on Tuesday. We're going to kind of recap what we talked about on Thursday with my oldest daughter, Latoya. So I'll see all of you on the Instagram page. And again, I want to thank all of you for being a part tonight. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you on Tuesday on Instagram. All right, I love y'all. Talk to you soon.